Well, Joe, first thing to say is that was a great win last weekend up at Fylde, because that obviously is not an easy place to go.
No, obviously league leaders, they're in a good vein of form and they're going for the championship, so yeah, for us to go, I think it's what we thought we were capable of doing. We're in a good run of form ourselves, so yeah, nothing less than what we probably deserved and what we were hoping for.
All season, Ross has been saying to me about the need for the side to get early goals. The last 3 games, you've turned that into a bit of an art form, really.
Yeah, like I say, kind of since this last month, really, we've after the Chester game, we've kind of gone and hope to try and be the team in the ascendancy and get an early start in the game, and I think we've done that.
And obviously, by definition, you get a good start, and it means you put the opposition on the back foot and your tails are up, so to speak.
Yeah, of course. I think confidence in any game or any league is massive, and I think if we can start the game well, we've got really good quality in our changing room, and probably a bit disappointed this season in the position that we're in, but we always back ourselves. If we can get in front or get a good start, then we can build on it.
3 wins on the spin, it's coming together. Playoff-wise, I'm guessing is a long shot now.
Yeah, listen, we've got to take each game as it comes, and there's 9 points to play for. We're not being stupid. We probably need all 9 to even give ourselves a chance. But like I say, we've got a massive game Saturday, and that's all that we can focus on really, and just win each game that we can play in. But we can't go past the next game.
Saturday you're at home, obviously AFC Telford United already relegated, but that can make them tricky opponents really, because any pressure effectively for them is offered, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, and it's a local derby. There'll be a good crowd. We've always had good crowds each home game, so there'll be a good crowd. It'll be pressure on us because we need to win the game to kind of keep our season alive. And yeah, they're playing for a bit of freedom. They've got a good manager and they've got a good team. They're probably a team that's not a bottom of the table team on paper, so if they turn up on the day they could be a real threat, and we're looking forward to it, and it'll be a really tough game.
You mentioned there's 9 points out of 9 that you're probably going to need. Telford here, you go to Southport, who are kind of mid-table, not really going to go anywhere to be honest. Then Kettering at home, they've got a bit to do to be honest, but by the time you get to play them, their fate could be sealed one way or the other. So you could have a worse run in really. Yeah,
you could, but in this division, what I've learned over the years is no easy game. There's no gimmies. Especially this season, I think it's as probably open as I've ever seen the league. Any team can beat anyone. We've seen teams second bottom go to league leaders and win just in this last couple of weeks. So we're not taking anything for granted. We've got 3 huge games, 3 games that we have to win to keep our season alive. Again, which is disappointing that we're in this position, but we are. But yeah, we're not going to take anything for granted. But massive game Saturday, and then see what the future looks like.
For you personally, it must be great to be back, because it was a long old layoff, wasn't it really?
Yeah, to be honest with you, it's something that I never really expected. Once I kind of got the diagnosis of 12 weeks, you never think you're going to be back within that. There's always going to be setbacks and getting up to speed. So to kind of get back and have 6-7 games to play in before the end of the season is massive for me really, and something that I'm really enjoying. It has coincided with us picking up some wins, so it's even more enjoyable when you're winning games. But no, I'm loving being back, and it's a great chance to play in front of the fans and everything before the end of the season.
How do you keep yourself motivated? I mean, the physio or the medics tell you it's going to be 12 weeks. You think, 3 months, that's a long time out. I mean, how do you keep yourself going, so to speak?
To be honest with you, it was difficult. I've had really good support around me from the club. I've been really close with the S&C coach here, Dan, and then the physios, and kind of kept me going. But it was difficult at the time because I thought it was season over. It's a new club that I just joined. I kind of felt I was finding a bit of a feet and finding a bit of a home here and really enjoying it. And then for that to happen on New Year's Day was a bit of a low blow. But we've come through it. I feel better for it. I feel stronger for it, and like I say, I'm really happy to be back for the end of the season, and hopefully we can. I know it's a slight glimmer of hope for the players, but hopefully we can get in, and you never know.
In terms of the season as a whole, I appreciate obviously you're 3 months out of the squad, but nonetheless, looking in from the outside as a journo who covers Harriers, it's been very frustrating really, because you look at the personnel you got here, and I thought they're going to be right up there and challenging. And is it frustrating from within really, because you must surely know collectively that you've underachieved to a degree?
Yeah, well, listen, I think everybody at the football club said that, and I don't think anybody's shone away from the fact that that's the case. We have underachieved this season. I think it is sad that this group of players and this football club is in a position where we're having to rely on winning the next 3 games and hoping other people lose. It should never be the case, and I think we should prove that Saturday. We've proved that Friday, that on our day we're as bigger threat in this league than anybody. I think we've had injuries, I think we've had inconsistencies. I'm playing with people on Monday that I've not played with this season. So for us to get the same team out every week has been a massive plus. And like I say, with the performances Friday, Monday, I think it's showing what we can be capable of and what we will be capable of moving forward. But it's just a shame that it has come this late on, but we're still in there, we're still chasing, and never say never really with it.
A final point, you've also gone around the league for a while. I mean, you look at this season, it's been a bit odd, hasn't it? Really? You've got Kingsley and Fowler at the top, who probably, well, the league table doesn't lie now, does it? They're probably above most of the other sides. Telford at the bottom have gone, but in the middle, everybody else seems much of a muchness, really. It's almost been closer than it has been in previous years. Really.
Yeah, I don't think there's an outstanding team in the league, if I'm being totally honest with you, and that's from my own personal opinion, nobody else's. I don't think there's anybody that's going to really blown anybody away this year, as the league table suggests, but it's as open as I've ever seen it. Every game's a difficult one. There's no gimmies. Everyone's beating everyone. You can put 4 wins together, and you can go on a bit of a run, you can climb the table. Look at Buxton, for example, 2 months ago, it sat in the relegation zone. They're right in the hunt for the playoffs with a few wins. So it's as open as I've ever seen the league, but it's probably made it for a good viewing because there is no favourites, and whoever gets in those playoffs will all be fancying the chances of going up, and there's still 2 people going for the championship.
And very last point, I think I'm right saying you're here for next season as well, so you must think if you can hit the ground running the start of next season as a club, I mean not just you individually, that you've got every chance really.
Yeah, I think one of the main reasons I joined this football club, because it's a big football club, and no matter whether it's me, whether it's anybody else at this football club, you should want to get promotion. That should be the aim, and that'll always be our aim. While ever I'm involved in a club, wherever I've been to, I've always wanted to get promoted, whichever club it's been at, and it'll be no different at Kidderminster. And I'm sure the gaffer and Jimmy and the chairman will sit down in the summer and they'll want to get promoted as well, because it's too big for this level, and we want to get back up as quick as we can.